Radhe Krishna, everybody. Today I am making a very special sambar powder slash rasam powder. It's a very unique powder that is made by my aunt, and it serves very well for a lot of dishes. So I thought I will show you all how to make this one powder fits all kind of powder. Rasam powder. So for this I have taken so here are all the ingredients. I'll just give you a glimpse of all the ingredients. So first you will need one full cup of dhania seeds. I have taken a heap cup of dhania seeds. I have taken 4 strands of curry leaves. I have washed and kept it here. Then here I have in the same cup I have about if you see here is the measuring cup. I have 1/3 cup of jeera, and in the teaspoon I have taken 2 teaspoons of chana dal, 2 teaspoons of tur dal, 2 teaspoons of urad dal. Then I have taken about the same amount of dhania that I have taken, the same amount I have taken red chilies. And then you will need in the same teaspoon you will need 4 teaspoons of pepper, 4 teaspoons of mustard, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, and 4 teaspoons of methi seeds. Now it might get a bit confusing for all of you, so I will put the recipe and the proportions in the description box. One thing to bear in mind here is that this is not Guntur or any other kind of red chili that you typically use like Kashmiri or Badgi chilies. This is called Mankati red chilies. These are very spicy, and this is what is very unique to this powder that I am showing you guys today. So what you have to now do is roast everything and powder it. So what I have taken here is I have taken a nice hot pan, and to which I will transfer each and every ingredient, and then I will roast it and make a powder of that. So this is how this rasam powder is made. I will come back after the roasting process. I will show you the roasting process now. It's very important that you should make sure that the pan is hot when you transfer the ingredients. I am roasting the coriander seeds now. Now the coriander seeds will slightly start changing the color, and there will be it will release a lot of aroma at this point. That is when you have to transfer it. You should not over roast. It is very important that you do not over roast the ingredients when you are making the powder. It will kind of kill the taste of the powder that you are making. Now I am transferring this to this container. So now the dhania seeds are done. I will now put jeera. The flame for this should be medium to high, or medium will also suffice depending on your burner. So make sure that the vessel is hot before you start transferring the ingredients, because as you continue to roast, the vessel becomes very hot. So it's always important to have a tab on the flame and the vessel that you are using. It's always better to use a brass vessel or a bronze vessel. So now jeera is done. I'm going to transfer jeera also to the same vessel, and the ingredients should cool down, so it's always important that you kind of keep mixing it as you start the process. Now here I have taken, as I said, 2 tablespoons of chana dal, urad dal and tuar dal. I'm just transferring, for simplicity, I'm just transferring everything together to roast, because dals are usually can take a lot of heat. So some people tend to put a bit of oil, and they do all of these things. For this particular rasam powder, I also do it for different rasam powders and different wangi bath powder, bisibele bath powder, etc. That is usually when I use badgi chilies. But for this, since we are using only manka tea, it's not needed, oil is not needed, and you will get a nice fine powder by not adding the oil. So when I'm roasting the oil, the dal, I'll also make sure that I'll put the curry leaves along with this, because there might be a bit of moisture in curry leaves, and because dals they tend to absorb a lot of heat, it helps in evaporating all of that moisture. If there is moisture, the powders will catch insects very soon. So it's important that there is no moisture in any of the ingredients, especially the curry leaves, because I tend to wash the curry leaves and then only use. So it's looking nice and colorful now. We'll continue to roast for some more time, so that there is the aroma of the dal that comes out before I can transfer it and consider it done. My aunt is suggesting to increase the flame a little bit, so I'm doing that. So now this is almost getting done now. Because of Corona, there are a lot of street side vendors who take their rounds. So that is what you are hearing in the background. So if you see now, dal is nicely done. Now I am going to add 4 tablespoons of black pepper. So if you see, I have taken 4 tablespoons of pepper. So when you're transferring, now you will need 4 tablespoons of pepper, fenugreek seeds, methi seeds, and 4 tablespoons of mustard. So it's important that you start with pepper and then continue to add the rest of the ingredients because of its nature to take the heat, that is peppercorn. So you can see that it is slightly splattering. Now I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of mustard, and it will immediately start splattering. You are hearing a lot of splattering noise, so that is how we want it. So after this is done, now pepper and mustard is done. I'm going to transfer this now to this mix, and now I am taking 4 tablespoons of methi seeds. As you can see, 4 tablespoons of methi seeds. The pan is quite hot, so it's important that I am very brisk with my hands in roasting the powder. Now methi also is changing color. It's turning into slightly brownish, reddish brown. So this is also done. As I said, we should not over roast anything. I am going to transfer that to the container. So methi is done. Now you have a mixture of all these ingredients. Now comes the final ingredient, which is red chilies. Now I'm going to decrease the flame, and what I have done also is, this is one of the key aspects of making a nice powder. The moment you bring the chilies, you have to put it in a nice large plate and expose it to the sun for a couple of days. That is when the chilies become very nice and crispy. Because these days, as you know, they add a lot of colors to the ingredients, so they tend to be very soft and kind of soggy. It has to be nice and crispy. As you can see the noise, you can see the sound it's making. It's nice and crispy. So you just have to lightly roast the chilies. You don't have to over roast because it's already nice and crispy. I'm transferring this over now to the rest of the masala. I've just made 2 batches of the red chilies. If I must tell you the measurements in cups, because chilies cannot be measured using a cup, but I'll still go ahead and tell you. For 1 cup of dhania seeds, that is coriander seeds, you need 1 heap cup of dhania seeds. You need at least 2 cups of Mankati red chilies. I'm not sure, for my friends in the United States, I'm not sure if they will get this. If they don't, the substitute is Guntur red chilies. So now all of this is done. I'll just give you a glimpse of this mix. You will see. So as you can see, it's all mixed nice and aromatic. So now I'm going to just put this into a blender and make a powder. So this is how you make this powder. And lastly, you have to, my aunt is reminding me that you have to add haldi also. For turmeric, you need 2 tablespoons of turmeric to this. You should not add it when you are blending it now. You should blend it once, then add turmeric and blend it again, so that it mixes well. So this is how it is done. My suggestion is that you invest in these kind of measuring cups, so that your cooking and measuring becomes easy. What happens in India typically is that people tend to use different kinds of measuring units. They use their cups, and then they also tell you weight in grams. So for anybody who is following, it becomes very difficult to follow. So have a nice powder, and after this I'm making this powder today, and then I'm using this powder to make drained rasam. We call it basida saru in Kannada. So it's a very nice dish. So I'll show that to you in another video. Let us make this sambar powder and make prasadams out of it and offer it to Krishna with a tulasi dalam. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanam. Radhe Krishna.